Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, I'm Kate Dillon, and today I have some fun products to share with you, and I think I've got some announcements and all kinds of cool stuff. So let's see what we have got here, and if you're here, just go ahead and drop in a comment, say hello, tell us where you're from, and I always love to see that. It's a lot of fun. All right, so first of all, I wanted to talk about a featured product this week, and I will get to that in just a moment, but first I'm going to talk about what we're going to give away. So the first thing we're giving away is we have a Crate Insider t-shirt, and this one happens to be a 4X. So if you could use a 4X t-shirt, you normally just do like whatever comments that people add in, but if you could use a 4X t-shirt, drop in the comment 4X. And then we'll do a random number pick from the folks who could use a 4X t-shirt, Crate Insider t-shirt right there, and we'll do that at the end of the show. The other thing I'm giving away this week is I have a Hendren Racing Engines t-shirt. I actually have these in I think most of the sizes. So for this, just drop in a comment. You can say hi, you can drop in an emoji, you can tell us where you're watching from, or if you have any questions, feel free to do that. And this reminds me about to make an announcement. So if you happen to be in the Pennsylvania area, in the Pittsburgh area this weekend will be the Bill Hendren Memorial, which is part of the Pittsburgher. It's so Lucas Oil Racers will be there at the Pittsburgher, the 100-lap race at Pittsburgh Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, PPMS. And the Crate division will be a supporting division with the Rush Racing Series, and that race will be the Bill Hendren Memorial. If you watch any of our other programs, you've seen Steve Hendren on with me, and his dad was Bill, who has been gone for now 12, 13 years, and the memorial races have been run in his honor every single year since in different locations, and we just kind of settled on the Pittsburgh Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. I will be there this weekend at PPMS, and so if you see me, I know people will jump on here and be like, oh, I saw you at this event and I just don't want to say hi. Come up and say hi to me. I mean, I'm exactly like this all the time. So probably a little more low key if I'm not on video, but don't feel like you can't come and talk to me. Just come and say hi and tell me you watched the show, and I love to hear that. So, but that was my little reminder to talk about that. And if you're going to be in the Pennsylvania area, Pittsburgh area this weekend, come join us at that race. It's always a phenomenal event, especially, the Pittsburgher is amazing. So is the crate race, but then on Friday night, it's a 2-day show. On Friday night, they run a race called the One to Remember, and this is my favorite race, my favorite racing event of the entire year, because the concept of the One to Remember race is it's racers who have not won a feature event before. So that whoever wins that race, it will be the first time that they've won a race, and it is phenomenal. It is so. It just really pulls at your heart. How hard people have worked to get there. This uphill climb that it takes to become a racer, and especially at the higher levels. And to be part of that experience is just absolutely amazing. So Crate Insider is one of the sponsors of the One to Remember race, along with Hendren Racing Engines. So that's my big plug. So because of this, I will be traveling. Obviously, I'm traveling. I live here in North Carolina. Traveling to Pittsburgh this weekend. I'll leave on Thursday. And then on Monday, we're actually flying out to California. Because if you've been watching, again, if you watch our shows, then Steve Hendren will be inducted into the Antioch Speedway Hall of Fame in California the following weekend. And so we're just going to say, heck with it. We're going to leave Pittsburgh and we're going to fly out to California, and we're going to be out there for the week. So I may or may not probably won't have a show, probably won't have a Top 5 Tuesday next week. Steve and I might pop on here, whether it's on Sunday for the Unsealed show. We don't know. We don't know. We're just going to kind of play it by ear. It's sort of a vacation-ish. So it's not like we've disappeared off the face of the planet if you don't see us, but just wanted to give you the heads up that we may show up and we may not. just kind of depends on what's going on. Obviously we love our audience, but sometimes if you're traveling, you just never quite know what's the Wi-Fi like, and is there something else going on, and all of that. So we'll just play it by ear. We'll see what happens. All right, I do have a featured item this week. I wanted to call all your attention. I know we've reached pretty much the end, towards the end of the season here. We're going into those final races of the year. And I know that there are some folks in the country who are already starting the process of building their next car. And that reminded me that here we've picked up several Wares products and really love the Wares brand. Chad Wares is awesome to deal with. And this one happens to be the 1.5-inch interior tin tube notcher. So if you need a tube notcher, we've got these in a few different sizes. This happens to be the 1.5 inch. I think we have the 1.25 inch and the 1.75 inch. And we have all of these available. Just obviously you can tell this is just like a really high quality, heavy duty tool that's gonna last you for years to come. And this one runs $70. It just reminds me, because normally I don't know how much the prices are. You just have to write them down. And if you happen to be in the North Carolina area, we are actually getting our space here set up for retail. So if you wanted to swing by, our address is right on the website on CrateInsider.com, and we've always just shipped out, all over the country. But if you're in our neck of the woods and you want to swing by and you want to browse and you want to buy products right on hand, right on site, then we can do that too. So we're just getting set up for that, and that means things have price labels now, which is so nice when it comes to the show here. All right, I'm gonna say hi to some folks, then we'll jump into the top 5 products of the week. Got some fun ones today. I see Darren is here, he's from California, and Steve says hello, and Andrew and Tommy and Mike, and from the Northeast. I see Alan's here from Beach Park, Illinois, and Jennifer, and Russ, and Brandon, and he's from Georgia here, and Fred, and Alan, and Scott from California, and he says, great service from Crate Insider. I appreciate your business. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Ted is here, and another Jennifer and Terry. So, thank you all so much for being here. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in. Always happy to answer anything that I can answer. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in to the top 5 products of the week. And in the number 5 spot, actually, speaking of California, they're from California. This is our Walker filter. And yes, I've got it in bubble wrap. So I think it's kind of fun to see, that they're just to show how they're shipped and how they're protected. So within this bubble wrap, there's actually another bag inside of here that protects the filter. These are pre-oiled. They're ready to drop onto your car at any time. So you just, unpack the package, put it right in your car, go racing. You don't have to oil it or do any other kind of prep to it. You can just put it right there on your car and you are ready to go. So our Walker filters, we carry them in a 3-inch and a 4-inch. This happens to be the 4-inch, and just kind of a heads up that it has so much extra urethane on it that it ends up being about 5 inches tall, even though it's a 4-inch filter, because the element itself is the 4 inches right there. So cool deal. All right, next up in the number 4 spot is from KSE, and these are just beautiful. Cool box, but I love it. I love selling parts, because so many of these things are just seriously like works of art, and this is one of them right here. This is our KSE. It's our tandem pump. It comes with isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. If you agree with me, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or a heart or something. And it comes with a bypass regulator. You've got the brackets in here. Let me tilt the box so you can see that. The brackets and the bypass regulator. You got the belt in here, and it's just beautiful. But we definitely noticed a trend, in the fact that I've been selling crate parts this is year number 8, and I've definitely seen the trend where more and more racers are they're using the tandem pumps. The tandem pump has been kind of the way to go with the 604s especially. Not so much on the 602s, but on the 604s, we've definitely seen more and more of that. For whatever reason, number one, these products have come a long way. So you've got your power steering and your fuel pump, and it's just a wonderful way of putting all these pieces together. We still sell a lot of front drive kits too, so depends on what works best for you, your application, and your rules as well. So you always have to look at your rules and make sure that it'll work for that. All right, next up in the number 3 spot is from our friends from Joe's, and that is our air cleaner stud kit. Because especially using these taller filters, then not all of your studs are long enough, and this is all set up. You gotta love the top and these threaded pieces, or these pieces right here. They are CNC machined, anodized, again, beautiful, but also very effective. And so we love our Joe's air cleaner stud kits, and these run $36.95. Oh, I didn't talk about what the price of the Tandem Pump. Tandem Pump runs $11.75 is what that one runs. All right, next up in the number 2 spot is from Klotz, and we put these kits together. So we do our Klotz Oil Change Kit. If you're new to crates, then something to be aware of is we know that the GM manual says to use 8 quarts, and it's an 8-quart oil pan, but for the best performance, we use 7 quarts, regardless of what kind of oil you use. So you'll notice in our oil change kits, they contain 7 quarts of oil and an oil filter, and we love the Wix oil filters. This is our standard, our 51061R, our standard filter. If you needed a shorter style, we also carry the 51069R, which is the short style. A lot of the crate sportsmen need the shorter style oil filter. We just get those separately. It's all the same price, but we sell the oil and oil change kits because it just makes it easier. You have everything you need right there on hand with the exact right number of oil, of quarts of oil. You don't have to worry about having, oh gosh, I'm short 1 quart because I had a case and then I did this many oil changes, and you're missing. This way you get exactly what you need, and it makes it very, very simple. So our Klotz Oil Change Kit, 7 quarts of oil with an oil filter, runs $124.99. Now, I was also reminded, I saw one of the names on here, and it reminded me that they had registered for the Cars Racing Show. So I want to just extend that to you, that we will have a racing trade show in Hickory, North Carolina in January 7th and 8th. And for anybody who hasn't been to a racing trade show before, or especially with ours, and when I say ours, I mean I'm one of the organizers, along with my brother, Jimmy Schultz, who's the owner of Dirt Wrap. So we've both been in this industry for a long time. But what we do at our trade show, we'll have some seminars, we have booths, and in the booths, you can see some of the new products. You can talk directly to the manufacturers or the retailers. You can ask your questions. You've got that direct contact. And most of, if not all of our folks that are of our exhibitors will also be selling product right there. So if, for instance, you were like, hey, you know what, I want to put pieces of my car, or you see this air filter in my booth, guess what? You can buy it and take it home with you. And that way you can start, especially in January when we're all putting cars together, it's so convenient to be able to go there, have the conversation, which front drive is the right choice for me, which water pump, which drive shaft, like whatever it is that you need, you can talk directly to the folks who can get it to you, and in many cases be able to take it home right there and put it on your race car. So it's such a cool experience, and we have opened up pre-registration, so you can go and get your tickets for even your whole group. So if there's like 8 of you, just one of you can go on to carsracingshow.com and get your tickets, and right now we're doing free tickets so that you can get signed up for those free tickets, and then we'll get some communications out. I mean, truth is, my brother and I are both incredibly busy people with our other regular businesses, so we're not going to bombard your email with 19 messages a day, and sometimes you get added to a list, and believe me, I get just as annoyed about that stuff as anybody else, and we're not going to do that to you. So just giving you that heads up, but we will try to do what we can to kind of keep you informed. And you can also check out our social media pages for the Cars Racing Show. We do have a Facebook account, a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, and of course the website on top of that. We probably have a Twitter account too, but I don't really like Twitter, so it is what it is. There's that. All right. Oh, and I kind of there we go. All right, so in the next spot here, I'm going to talk about this product, then we'll do some giveaways, and I'll answer any questions. So in a top spot this week, we have from our friends at Z-Max the Speed Wax, and I'm going to tell you, I love how this stuff smells. And I love my friends from Z-Max for sure. So the Speed Wax, a great product to use to keep your car clean, keep it sparkling, and it also just makes you feel good. When you get that nice smell, it just makes you feel good when you're waxing your car. So works great on race cars, and this runs $6.99 for the quart here. So we'll drop that into the link. I'm going to see if there's any questions here. I see that Chuck is here saying hey, and Billy, and Willie said, already got my tickets. Well, Willie, you were the one. I was like, I saw your name and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about the Cars Racing Show because I saw your name kind of pop across. And he says, Willie says, got my tickets, and I think he said, say hi to Tori. Hi, Tori. Tori's right in the next room here. She can hear me. And John is here. And we should probably have some winners here too. So Tori's got some winners here for me. And that is going to be, here we go. Oh, we go. For our Crate Insider shirt right here is going to Alan Hafford. So Alan, congratulations. If you would, please send Crate Insider a private message on Facebook with your address and we'll get this sent out to you. And for the Hendren Racing Engines shirt is going to Chuck Wilkerson. So Chuck, if you would, please send a private message to the Crate Insider Facebook page with your address and your shirt size, because I have those in multiple different sizes. So I think that is everything I have for today. I'm going to check one last time and see if there's any comments, if anybody has any other questions. Well, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the show, and I will look forward to seeing you next time I'm on, which probably won't be next Tuesday, but I do hope you have a wonderful week and a great weekend. Hope to see some of you in Pittsburgh. See you later. I do have to do my other thing here, so hang on just a second and cue the outro.